another second. It's Michigan-Ohio State week. Here's former Wolverine Jim Scarcelli. Ready to roll on a Monday. U of M, OSU 2024. Scar, you got the no need to kind of get yourself going today. You probably jumped out of bed and you were ready.
Yeah, there's no trouble getting ready to practice this week, Denny. It just goes by so fast. I remember as a player, Ohio State week is, the preparation is great. The enthusiasm great. It's just easy to get ready. Big Johnny would be playing the old Bob Ufers calls throughout the Schembeckler Hall. It's a great day. It's a great week. You could not ask for a better situation for where we are now after that win. We put 50 on them. We played great defense. The great Kirk Campbell. I got to start with the great offensive coordinator. We got to give him all the praise, Denny. Got to give him all the praise because we've been beating him up. He's the reason. I'm mocking that. I'm mocking that because I always believe it's about the leader, but I'm just saying that in jest. But Denny, before I continue, Michigan lost one of my teammates, great defensive lineman, good man, Michigan man, Nate Rogers. He came in with Jerry, and he passed just last week, and he was a real good defensive lineman and a true Michigan man. But he'll be cheering for the Wolverines this weekend. But we're in a great place to win this football game.
Just to clear up, if you took a poll of 1,000 Michigan fans, I think 95% of them would say that Kirk Campbell will be replaced at the end of the year because of Michigan's offensive woes. Now, so when you're joking about that, you're with the 95%, or you think the 5%?
Well, no, I mean we just put 50, Denny. We just put 50 on a pretty decent defensive football team. Who's responsible for that? Why did we put 50 on Northwestern's defense, which really slowed down Ohio State for a good while? Why did we hang 50 on them?
Good field position in the first half, and
well, wait a minute. Don't you want to give credit if you're going to blame the guy? That's why I'm saying this in jest. If you're going to blame one guy for the woes of our quarterback room and all the other issues we've had, then I think you should give him all the credit when we hang 50 on someone.
Yeah, I get you, but this is also the real world, Scar. When you go to sell your house and you got a really nice house and you put it up and you're not getting any bites, you know what you do? You change the curtains, you rearrange the furniture, and then people come in and then it looks a little different. If Sharon Moore, I doubt he's just going to run it back and get up there and say, yeah, hey, we're going to the Duke's Mayo Bowl. We're excited, and, we're just going to run it back because we feel like, we really like everybody here. I really doubt that he's going to do that. I think he's going to –
I'll bet you a hamburger right now that Kirk Campbell is our offensive coordinator next year.
Well, I'll take that bet. You already owe me one from saying that Orgy was going to throw downfield passes of more than 25 yards or something. I don't think he ever did that. But he's got another game, so maybe they'll break that out or something against Ohio State. So I'll be ready for 2 hamburgers at that point. So yeah, sure. I don't like betting against. I'll just we'll have a gentleman's bet on that. I don't.
Listen, man. It was a. Benny, I always believe it always starts with the top. So I'm a believer that winning and losing is going to be on Sharon Moore. So I've always said that. I will always say that. So let me just also say this. I'm real happy I'm going to finish up on some things. I'm really happy for our seniors. I told you senior day matters. They go out winning. They go out winning convincingly. A lot of guys played well. The last game in the big house, it matters. It's a big thing. The locker room was fired up, and we couldn't be in a better situation though mentally after that win. I'm just putting myself in that locker room. Okay, we're 6-5, but we played real well on both sides of the ball. Our quarterback made one mistake. We are a confident team. We're pissed off, man. We're pissed off going to Columbus, but we're confident. We threw the ball to a lot of receivers. We
You froze up there for a second, Scar. Either that or
you said I froze up. Yeah, Denny, I don't know what's going on. Can you hear me?
there we are. Hey, Scar. I don't know what happened there, but we're back. You left off saying what a great job you thought I was doing, and that. So pick it up from there.
Well, I just,
you were talking about you're happy for the seniors.
Yeah, happy for the seniors. And I think we couldn't be in a better situation mentally. There was a great confidence builder. A lot of guys played well. Our quarterback is improving. He had one mistake. We threw the ball to a lot of different receivers, and we're a pissed off football team. We're going there confident, and Ohio State, Denny, look what they did against Nebraska. Nebraska's not a great team. They struggled. Look what they did. Penn State is not a great football team. Okay, they're a good football team. We're capable of winning this football game. Okay, I'm going to get into it. You secure the darn football. You do the things you got to do, but we are positioned to win this football game. So that's what I believe. I'm happy for our seniors, and we're in a good place.
Well, it's a good start. You also wanted to discuss the roster for Michigan. We also did not get your thoughts on the Wolverines' big pickup in the recruiting world of Underwood on Thursday. You always have your very informative and entertaining film. But, yeah, let's go. And I want you to hold your thought. You teased it up pretty good about Michigan and their chances against Ohio State. Everyone out there knows by now that Bryce Underwood is coming to Michigan. They had his pictures on the sideline, out tailgating and everything else, and it's really injected a lot of enthusiasm into the program. And of course, recruiting and signing day is 10 days away. It's going to be a fast and furious 10 days. You want to know everything that's going on, movers and shakers, what Michigan's doing, the latest 5-star, who they're pulling out the duffel bags for and dropping them at their feet. Well, you join up the Maize and Blue Review today to get instant access and ride it to signing day and portal season by going to michigan.rivals.com. And we got a deal for you right now, just in time for you to join up. How about Maize and Blue Review for $25 for your first year? Use promo code QBU25. That's QBU25. This offer is valid for a limited time. We'll see you over on the Den. All right, we said we'd start. You talked to it about beating Ohio State. And so are you trying to fire up the truth, Scar? Are you believing this?
No, Danny, I listen, man. You just all this is capable, because we're not like physically outgunned. They're not just going to line up and knock us off the ball. No, that's not the deal. And we got guys that can cover and rush and do things. Okay, here's the keys. It always starts with securing the football. Okay, let's secure the ball. Let's have 0 turnovers. Anybody that touches the ball, punters, long snappers, holders, receivers, 100% secure the football. What does Indiana do? Their punter drops the damn ball. They score first. They take it right down and score. And their punter drops the ball. Number 1, secure the football. Number 2, penalties. All phases of the game. Let's be great. Let's have a penalty-free game. Let them make the mistakes. Let them drop the ball on the ground a few times. Let them have the penalties. That's a huge thing that's going to make up for a lot of things in this game. Let's make plays, man. Denny, you got to make plays. We went there. You think about Sanistro ripping that ball out of that receiver's hand. Remember that? I mean, those are plays you're never going to forget. People got to make plays. Coach Bo looked at this game like this. He would say, you got to play better than the guy at your position. So So he would say, Josiah Stewart, you got to play better than Tamalua, whatever the hell that kid's name is. Or, but you know what I mean? Or Davis Warren, you got to play better than Howard. You know, in Donovan Edwards, you got to play better than whatever the hell, what's his, Judkins, the kid they bought. You got, that's how Bo looked at the game. So that's possible. It is possible. So those things are big. Let's start on defense.
Let me jump in. I would say that it starts with me, where what I saw the last 3 years is Michigan was a more physical team on both sides of the line. And that's how, if you just had to put one thing out there to say, why did they win the last 3 years? It was, and I would say the offensive line. The defensive line was important too. There are a lot of other things that are important, but it was the physicality up front that Michigan won these games the last 3 years. And are they ready to bring that to the table at noon, being a 20.5-point underdog on Saturday? That's where I'd start. Let's hear what you got next.
Yeah, I mean, Danny, we also scored a lot of points those last 3 games too. We scored some points, but okay, I'm going to start with defense. Stop the run. They brought Chip Kelly in. They want to run the ball more. They got great receivers, but we always start with stopping the run. The last 3 years, we did not totally shut it down, but we neutralized it. We made it difficult. We made them work. They couldn't just hand the ball off like they did against some of these other clowns. So if I'm coaching Michigan's defense, we're going to start with stopping the run. But this team, opposed to the last other 3 teams, now we got to honor the quarterback keep. This is like defending the Urban Meyer teams with some of those quarterbacks that can run out of the RPO game. This kid will run the football, and they will call him on predetermined runs, which makes it more difficult to defend. And they don't give a damn about saving him against these, they didn't run him a lot against other teams. They ran him against Oregon, but they will run the hell out of them against us because they got to win this football game. So we got to stop the run, and we have to honor quarterback run all the time. So that's what I'm talking to my defense about. We got to tackle in space. They got the great receivers. They complete a pass. Let's tackle them, get them down where they catch the ball, and then red zone defense. Denny, we've been good against this team in the red zone. They got these big play receivers. We can't give them no bombs. I got no bombs, and then great red zone defense, and then let's try to create some turnovers. So that's how I would, if I'm talking to my defense facing this team, that's what I'm starting with. That's what I'm telling them before we get into it. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think that sounds like the things that they're going to have to do if they want to pull a monumental upset. And this is this isn't Michigan, like getting 6 points, 7 points. I mean, they're 20.5-point underdog in this game, so they're going to have to do all of that, maybe in a couple other things if they're going to want to pull this upset.
I think I think those points are mainly directed toward the Vegas not thinking our offense is going to score, because our defense is we gave Indiana their lowest they've had all year. Our defense, I have faith in what we're doing defensively, and then after what I saw Saturday, that offensive team meeting room, those guys got to be fired up. They're going to be fired up in that huddle. So let me talk about our offense. Danny, number one, we got to execute. Okay, they're going to run. Jim Knowles is a high risk, do a lot of stuff. He's all over the place. He gives you problems. He's stunting like crazy. You got to block their stunts. So I got execute. We got to block their stunts. We got to pass protect their stunts. Okay, and so that's that's really all I got on offense is execute, block their stunts, quick passing. I think we Indiana was couldn't protect. They couldn't protect that kid. Knowles was doing all kinds of stuff. I think Danny, the coordinators in this game are huge. Our coordinators our guys got to be smarter. Wink, Campbell, and Sharon and the guys on offense, or Wink and Sharon are the guys on offense, and then Wink and his guys on defense. They got to give our players an edge. You got to give if we can win. if those guys can win 55%, 57% of the battles with the play calling and the scheming, that's the kind of advantage they got to give our players. So I got no gifts, man, from no gifts like Indiana, like I talked about that. But that's what I got offensively. We got to block their stuff. They ain't got no great, huge, talented advantage over us. Davis Warren got to play a great game, man. And then, just win the kicking game, man. Those are my keys.
Yeah, I think that they probably do have a overall talent, especially the quarterback position. And we've seen Michigan, like they played top 10, top 5 teams. They played Texas, they played Oregon. They got beat pretty good, by those teams. And so this is a little different story than Northwestern, going down to Columbus. But I hear you. It's one of those things. And if I hope Davis Warren goes down there and plays really well. I don't think he's going to. I think that he's going to have a rough time. And I think that the only way for me to see Michigan is winning this is that Khalil Mullings and Donovan Edwards have to be the best 2 players on the field. Can they be that way? They're going to need everybody else and win the kicking game and all the things that you said. But if I'm boiling it down, it's got, and I'd say Khalil Mullings. Khalil Mullings has to be the best player because I don't see Michigan throwing the ball on Ohio State with Davis Warren. So when
I talk about talent and the differences, I think their quarterback room is way better than us, and I think their running back room is way better than ours. I think their running back room is way better, and I think their receivers are better. They got freaks at receiver. We got good players. They got the number 1 kid. They got freaks over there. But I think offensive line. I think our offensive line and tight ends are every bit as good as them, and I think our defense is as good as theirs. So that's just what I believe. I think. That's where we're at, and but if we can get, but anything's possible, man. That quarterback is throwing some bad balls for them. They drop balls, Yeah,
I like this year in college football. You look across, they don't look. I mean, Ohio State's one of the teams. I think they're the odds-on favorite right now, even though Oregon's the number 1 team and they lost to Oregon. So, but Ohio State's beatable. They've already lost 1 game. And so, and in this particular year, and Michigan is in their heads a little bit. If they can get off to a good start, I think that could be something there. And yeah, I mean, it's not the craziest things, but this is one of those anything can happen games, but I don't think anybody's going to predict that, that Michigan's really going to win this game. So.
Okay. Well, I guarantee you, Denny, there ain't a guy in that locker room that don't believe they can win. I guarantee you they're going to go out there swinging. They're going to go out there fighting. And you talk about reasons why guys are going to play their butt off in this game, Denny. Every single kid that's going to go on that field has dreamed about playing in this game. I'm gonna break it down to you why it's why you play hard in this. 50% of the reason is a guy has dreamed about playing in this football game. They've been working their butt off to get recruited, to be good enough to get recruited. They picked a school like Michigan so they can play in this game. And it's all about their individual selfishness of why they want to play great. I'm going to put that at 50%. Okay, why you play hard in this football game is because you busted your butt. Every single guy there has busted his butt to be able to play in this game. Okay, 25% of the reason I think a guy plays his butt off in this game is for his teammates. I played in this game. We were 6-4, same situation. You're playing your butt off for your teammates who are going to be fighting like heck alongside of you. So you're playing for your teammates and you're fighting for all of the coaches, every single one of them, not just the head coach, not just the offensive or defensive coordinator. There's a love you have for your coaches. So I'm putting that at 25%. Your coach, your players and your coaches, you're fighting like hell for them. Those are reasons. That's why, when you talk about Sharon Moore coaching the Ohio State game, Danny, I'm going to be honest with you. If Bo Schembechler was thrown out and they said, okay, Jerry Hanlon's the coach, I'm going to just keep it real. It's not that big a deal to me as how I'm going to play in that game. And I would play harder for the guy they threw out. I'm just telling you that. I'm keeping it real about me. I would have been more pissed off that they threw out my leader. That's that. The other 25%, Danny, these kids are from wherever the hell they're from. They got pride in where they're from, their community where they're from. And they got pride in the name on the back of their jersey. Okay. You know, I used to tell my kids when I was coaching, I don't want you to just play hard for the name on the front of the jersey. I want you to play hard for the name on the back of the jersey too. You don't want to embarrass that freaking name that you got. So these kids are from wherever they're from. They're going to play hard because they represent that high school, that community, that city, wherever the hell they're from. So there's a lot of reasons guys are going to play with everything they have in this football game. Okay, so I don't want to hear about playing for this guy or that guy, or that's a bunch of BS. There's a lot of stuff that these guys are going to play their best football game. They're going to have the best, great week of practice, and they're going to play great.
Yeah, I believe that. And for all the reasons that you've talked about right there. And can Michigan play? Michigan clearly played their best game of the season last week. And they're going to need to play even better this week. And, they can do that. Is Ohio State, can you catch them on what are you thinking? Like they got to somehow you can make them play a C- game or something like that. Those are going to be the things that you look at, and you just look at man for man. I know you just talked about the talent. That's the thing that Michigan's going down there. Really, they're going to be playing left-handed and with one arm tied behind their back. But they could pull the upset. It'd be a monumental one. It'd be one of the great ones. It would take this season. It's been a real big disappointment, and it would turn all that around. Everybody would feel good about it. So that's what's at stake. When it comes down to it.
So, that's how I feel confident.
You feel confident that Michigan's going to show up and play hard.
Yeah, I just feel confident that I'm not picking no winner, but I just you couldn't ask for a better situation for where we've been as a team. We had the week off, we had another bye week, and then we go and we play great on defense and great in the special teams and great on offense. So we're ready. We got confidence. We're ready, Danny. I'm just telling you, after having played 11 football games where we were pissed off, lacked confidence, didn't know who the hell our quarterback was, didn't know who the hell this, that, or whatever. Well, we know what the hell we're doing now. So this is if I'm Ohio State, this is the last. This ain't the kind of time I want to play them. I'd rather play them after they just got their ass kicked at Illinois or some other kind of BS. I don't want to play them now. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and I'm saying I like Michigan I like that they played their best game. I'd rather have them coming off a game where they played their best game of the year than the one that they, any of the other games that they played. There might be something into Ohio State's got all the pressure in the world on them. They've got to win the national championship. They've got to beat Michigan. Everything you could talk about, everything that they've done to this point, they lose to Michigan. Everybody's going to want everyone fired, and it's been a complete failure. So that's a real pressure cooker. And Michigan, they can play loose. They don't have to go down there. Everyone's expecting them to get beat by 3 touchdowns, so they can go down there and just let it fly. If that's a factor.
Yeah, we're going to need to do. It's okay to have a few trick plays. We went down there. 2 years ago, we had Mullings throwing the ball. We had a lot of different stuff going on, and that stuff is okay. You're going to have some of that stuff. Them guys have worked on some things. Let's move along here, Danny. But I'm confident.
Okay, let's go. You're confident.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, Bryce Underwood, Danny. I'm fired up. He's a hell of an athlete. Our alumni stepped up. Our education and the success of the Michigan alum is real. It's a factor. I read an article where this guy was talking how, the Michigan alum, a lot of them are Wall Street guys, hedge fund guys, real estate guys, big money people. And the guys that went to the Southeast Conference schools, they made the big donors made their money, but differently. Maybe not at the level of some of the Michigan donors. So bottom line, we got this kid. I believe it's a 4-year commitment. the way the money's structured. And he's the kind of guy, he's everything I want in a quarterback. He's everything I want. I do not want to defend him, and I want him on my team. He's smart, he's tough, but he's accurate and he's athletic. Everything I don't want to face. Okay, he's accurate, he's athletic. He played at Belleville in a good program. He's a winner. But I am not in a position, Denny. I don't want to go to Oklahoma next year with a true freshman starting his first, big road game. I still want to bring in the best transfer quarterback possible. I want the Notre Dame model. Notre Dame they're 10-1. They got a stud. They took the best kid from Duke.
Yep.
Oregon's undefeated. They took the best kid from Oklahoma. And Ohio State is undefeated. They took the best kid from Alabama, the DB. They took the best running back from Ole Miss, the running back, and they got a starting 2-year quarterback from Kansas State. So I want a JJ package with him at his freshman year. I don't want him feeling the pressure of having to go in there and learn the system. He needs to get bigger and stronger, but learn the system, develop him. He'll be, have a package for him, but in his package, you can run him and you can throw the football like we did with JJ, because he's not, I think they're going to have more confidence in him to do those things. But Denny, I'm just fired up about it. And it appears that there's some other guys that are maybe trickling along with him. Maybe we'll see if that's real. I always felt that wasn't real as a recruit, but maybe there's some guys that are going to follow him. But that's where I stand on it. And we got a bag of money to spend now. Michigan's in the program. They're spending. And I told you, we need defensive tackles. We need guys on defense, unless we can get some of these guys to come back.
Yeah, I think it matters, especially when it's a quarterback. If I'm a wide receiver, I want to, play with a great quarterback. I think that can definitely factor in. And who knows what kind of recruiter he is. Felt like JJ was out there as a recruiter. And even JJ was out there getting the fans to calm down in 2020 when he was telling everybody, "Hey, relax. It's a bad year." I'm feeling a little incomplete today, Scar. This Ellison, he owns like Hawaii or whatever. And he's buying a significant other, a quarterback. Throwing in. I've got my wife a couple things for Pilates so far for Christmas. I came a little bit. I'm thinking, wow,
it's all relative, man.
Yeah, that's right. I can't go out there and get her a five-star quarterback, but she was pretty happy about it.
Well, I'd like to see him be our 19 months from now. I think I did the math right. I want him to be our starting quarterback in about 19 months. You got to believe Jaden Davis is going to be in the portal. I don't know if he's going to stick around, but that's where I stand on that. It's positive. And we better have a lot of money for some of these transfers, because we got to get there's guys that I don't have a lot of faith in at some of our positions, and we'll cover that later.
Yeah, I think if you're in for Underwood, it's not just like you got him and the job's done. It almost means you got to double your efforts and going in there. Scar got a little something for you. I put a list up of the players that can't come back to Michigan, and they include Amir Hall, who had that interception, Miles Hinton, Joe, Quentin Johnson, who I just saw down at Schembechler, Khalil Mullings, Makari Page, Josh Preeb, Tuttle, of course, the long snapper Wagner, Wes Welker, the transfer from Tennessee, the one-armed bandit Donovan Edwards, and Josiah Stewart. Oh, you'd love to get him back, but he has no eligibility. Here's the long list of players that do have eligibility, and give me a couple that you think would be the most important, or boy, you'd really like to see them come back.
Okay, I'm going to go right to you. I'm going to tell you the guys I think are coming back and who's not.
All right.
I think we can go from the top down until we get to Greg Crippen's coming back. I got to believe he's coming back. He did a good job. Crippen will be our starting center next year. The rest of them guys are gone. They're done. And then the punter. So from the top down of that list, they're all gone except for Crippen. The punter's coming back. He'll have Dolman come back.
Yeah.
I think Al Hadi will come back. He's got another year. He'll be our starting guard. Crippen will be our center. Al Hadi will come back. TJ Guy will definitely be back. Hood, that's a question mark. I don't know what he's going to do, how much confidence they have in the younger linebackers or what they can get in the portal. TJ Guy will definitely be back. I'll bet Crippen's back, Doman's back, El Hadi's back, TJ Guy is back, and Rod Moore is another guy that I looked at that I think he's going to. I'd like to think he would come back, and then you got Davis Warren. Depends what we do with the portal. O'Leary, probably not. McBurrows is a corner that could come back because again, all these questions, Danny, depend on how much confidence the coaches have in the freshmen, sophomores that are backups now, or what do they think they can get in the portal, and how much is McBurrows going to want to come back? Because these guys all have agents, man. They're all going to want a certain amount of money to come back. The guys that I talked, but the rest of those guys, I don't think you're going to see them back.
Yeah, I'm looking it over. I would like to know what Rayshon Benny would like. Rayshon Benny can play in the pros. I don't know how high he's going to be picked. I don't know if one more year would help him. He had the injury last year in the Rose Bowl. He played all right this year, but can they give him that one more year fund and make it where it's he's a good football player. And
yeah, he's a guy, Denny, that they're going to have to ask themselves, can they go get a kid like Indiana got at Kent State, or do they want him back? Yeah. They're going to look at Pierce. There's a lot of – we're going to look at some of these guys.
Right.
Eno Eto, what are they going to do with him? Is he making the step? Is he making the jump? You got Pierce. And then there's a young freshman they recruited, some big defensive linemen that are freshmen. And the coaches have to decide, where we are with the development. I hope Rod Moore is back. Egan says he is. That would be great news.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I think we got, I don't know what happened to the Michigan State kid, what's going on with him at safety. But Benny is a guy, Denny, that, we'll see.
Okay, there we are. Now we are on before we get to the film. Was there one more thing in there? Let's see. Before the film, it was for some reason I can't remove, put that up. So I can't. Underwood. We've gone over him. All right, so we are ready for the film. How about that?
Danny, one last thing. Tommy Tuberville took a shot at the Indiana coach. He said he bought a program.
Yeah,
bought a team. I think Ohio State bought a team too. So I don't know. The guy brought a kid in from Kent State and George Madison and James Madison, and I think Ohio State bought some players too. Anyway, here we go.
I don't know. Scar, Scar, give me one. Scar, give me 1 second. All right. They're like, look. Sometimes I just want to tell everyone about Quick Cut Video Analytics, your place to store, share, and analyze the game. Nobody's looking at anything negative anymore about, if I was sitting over there and Tommy Tuberville said, hey, he bought a team, I'd say, so what? I mean, that's part of the game right now.
Yeah, good. That's what I'm like, but Tuberville's like Spurrier. He's one of them guys that took a bunch of jobs. I don't know how he kept getting jobs, and then he lost the last couple of places. Spurrier took a shot at Harbaugh, and now this guy's taking a shot at this guy. It's like they're jealous of guys that win, because you really couldn't do it at other places. Anyway, We lose contain, and this is what I mean, Danny. We got to have in this game, man. We got to make plays. Guys got to make plays in this football game. Okay, yeah. We got to out-make play than them. Our guys got to make plays. This is a great play. That's what we got to have to win. So that's a great job, and it's got to happen, man. We got to make them, and hope they don't. Who's going to be the Santa Stroll, for this game?
Zeke Berry.
A lot of pulling of tight ends, Denny. This is new. I'm seeing more of it in college. But we're pulling the backside tight end. We execute this play pretty good, man. And that kid, is that 17?
Klein?
Who's this backside tight end pulling here? Or is that 80?
Oh, it looks like 80.
That's 80. That's a freshman. That kid's playing well. He's an athlete. I can see why he was a highly recruited kid. So anyway, this is a counter. This is something different. Pulling the backside tight end. It's just like our power. It's all the same stuff, block down, kick out. We're blocking down at the front side. And this is what I mean by execution. He's reading the block of Gio. He logs him in, so now he's kicking out. And we execute it, man. That's a well-run, executed football play. And it's something new, pulling the backside tight end. And that's good stuff. So we got to do that against the Buckeyes. And this is what we need, man. Accurate. Mesh point. Everything's with the mesh point. A lot of spread against this team, Danny. We ran a lot of, I don't know if we're getting away from the tight ends for at least this game. We didn't have as many 2-3 tight ends. Bryce Underwood was in the house. I don't know if that was a reason, but we threw the ball more. We spread it out more in this football game. We scored 50 points. So was that because of what they, maybe it was what they thought, would be Northwestern's weakness, would be playing in space. But this is the stuff we just got to have all day long. Is this accurate? Just be accurate, baby. And then blocking the right guy. We execute how many times we block the wrong guy on bubble screens, 2 guys blocking 1.
Tyler Morris is coming around a little bit. You like to see guys start.
We don't block this, Denny. We don't block this. Who's this receiver up there? You got to block this guy. You got to phase it up right. You got to go to where he's going to be. And we don't get this kid blocked. See, he takes a bad angle. He's got to be coming here. He's too wide. The guy beats him to the spot. I mean, we still pick up the first down, but we got to be smarter. That's not great execution. Now, Northwestern doesn't have defensive backs like Ohio State. Look at this cushion. Look at this cushion down here, So are we going to get that to be able to throw these routes like this against the Buckeyes? That's an easy 6-8 yards. So, but yeah, we threw the ball to a lot of receivers. Danny, this is the play. We've been running this play a lot this year. And this is the play we ran, the halfback, I call it halfback pass with Donovan. I forget what game it was. But this is the play we throw it off of. Remember we threw it to Loveland?
Michigan State, yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, this is that play will be in, but everybody has to honor it. This is why this play is even more effective, because they know that that's the formation that Donovan Edwards will throw the football out of. But we execute it perfectly. We block it. Great execution in this football game. They can't cover Loveland. They got to hold him. So he's got to have a great game. Be a factor, man.
Hopefully he plays.
Yeah, he better. And then just split him out. I mean, I don't know why they're having a block. This dude will run guys over. Here we come in with 3 tight ends. This is old school, under center, eye backs. And we block it. Now, this guy's unblocked. This big, strong linebacker is unblocked. And this is why Mullings plays. He'll at least run a guy over. He don't make a guy miss all the time. I mean, there's 2 guys that have him. He drags it in. Play is not perfectly blocked. We don't block it great. We should be down. Yeah, I don't know why El Hadid logged that guy. I guess he got him logging him. Anyway, Mullings, that's on Mullings. We don't block it perfectly, but great job by him. He will make people, he will run people over. He'll get you in the end zone. And he secures the ball pretty darn good.
Agreed.
Yeah, big Kenny giving us. I have a feeling, Danny, we might get Kenny Grant back. I just do. I got a feeling we're going to come up with a nice package for him, and he's coming back, and that would be huge to get him back for another year. I mean, they say he's a high pick. I just wonder what we're hearing out there, man. I think he's coming. I'm going to say he's coming back. I think Moore's coming back.
Derek Moore, that would be nice too.
I think Moore is going to. I'd like to see him come back. We can get the big fella back. The gift from the football gods.
I like the way you're thinking.
I think we're going to get him back, Danny. I don't know where he's predicted in the draft, but he's probably having a great time playing. Anyway, I like this. This is good stuff. This is how we got to beat the Buckeyes, man. high percentage. Campbell's got a call, and Sharon and the collaboration. They got to make it easy for our quarterback. Here's the double mug. People have been doing this forever. Coach Bowler did this stuff in 1982. You're showing both A-gap pressures. What's the down and distance? 3rd and 9. And I don't think we protected here. Yeah, it isn't that we didn't block the right guy. We're just getting our butt kicked. Our guard's getting crushed. We actually block the right people, but we just don't have good technique. We're getting run over. So that's not good.
And have to do better than that.
And this guy, if it comes down to the kicking game, I'll bet on our guy right here before their guy. If it comes down to this guy making a kick or their guy, we're better in that position.
Yeah, I was talking with someone today. They're voting the kicker from MSU as the first team All-American, and he's missed 6 kicks.
Yeah, our guy's pretty darn good. Denny, here's 2 young linebackers. You bring up Hood. That'll be interesting. What are they going to 34 and 30 played a lot in this game. Rolder will definitely be a key guy next year. It'd be interesting to see what number 1 does. I think he's a 3rd round or better pick.
Barham.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like this from number 26 here. Getting knocked off the ball. That's terrible. Sometimes he gets high. You see him here getting pushed back, Denny. What's the 3rd and 1? You got to have a flat wall, man. If you got one guy getting knocked out of there, there's your seam. These other 3 guys are playing, and we got one guy getting knocked out of there. That's not good by Benny.
Not a good rep.
Okay, we got to find an edge guy. Denny, I was watching UT San Antonio the other night. They got a freak at edge player. Maybe we get him. I just think we need one edge player like Josiah Stewart. He does a great job here. He just beats this guy. But there's a dude like him out there, Big Sean McGee, right?
Yeah, you been texting him?
No, but what you think I got no more eligibility, Denny?
No, I texted him, said, hey, I'm watching this kid from
maybe I'll see him if I go up to some bowl practices.
Okay.
I thought Wink was brilliant this game. I mean, what the hell they get? 6 points?
Yes, 6 points.
Here's a lot of stuff. Here's confusion. Here's problems. He's showing stuff, man. We got 8 dudes close to the line of scrimmage, 3rd and 11. Who's coming, who's dropping. And we give them a little scheme here. We end up only rushing 4 guys, man. That's all we're rushing, 4 guys. This ain't high risk. This is scheme. This is it's executed, man. And we get there. Make him throw quick before he wanted to. And now this is good, man. I like this because we're throwing the ball to 44, Denny. We're throwing the ball to 44. What's the down and distance? 3rd and 2 on our end. 32 down here. We haven't done this much this year, but this is a run formation, run personnel. And this is a good call by Campbell, man. This is a great call. It's an easy pass. Or the collaboration, whoever the hell's calling plays. It's a good deal. I like that. And then this is he's got 7 guys close to the line of scrimmage here on defense. Everybody's doing this stuff. You don't know who's coming. He ends up bringing this corner who ends up making him throw it. So I'm not sure what the hell Davis Warren's doing here. So this is his one bad play, and we just can't have a bad play against the Buckeyes. But he's getting pressure. But this is the kind of stuff we're going to see from the Buckeyes. This exotic, who's coming, who's dropping. I mean, look at this. There's 8 dudes up here, and look who ends up dropping. These guys all drop late. He ends up bringing 4, only 2. So that's his one bad play. We just can't have it.
Nope.
It's interesting. We had no orgy package in this football game, right?
Yeah, and Michigan played their best game of the year. Yeah. I don't know if that's the reason.
No, I mean, whatever the reason. Maybe this is what they got to decide. This Pierce is only a sophomore, but he's got to be better than this. I'm watching these young guys when they get in the game, Danny. That's what I'm trying to figure out what we got coming back.
gets pushed back a little bit here.
Yeah, he's falling on the ground. I mean, they go right over his gap. That's not good. Espo's got to coach that up. These two guys I got faith in. Brant's coming back. I think TJ Guy's coming back. Brant has improved. TJ Guy has improved.
Yeah, 91 has improved.
So, those are going to be your starters if we don't get more back. And I'd like to see more. I'd like to see more back with one real good transfer. That would be a perfect Christmas list for Scar for the portal. One stud transfer and more coming back. That you got 4 good players at that position. And now here's Eno Etta. Like what are they going to do with him? How much faith do they have in him? I mean, is he getting off the ball here, Denny? Look at this. Coaches are going to look at everything. And then they're throwing at number 10. Ohio State is going to come after this guy right here. Who's he covering? Wink has got to find ways to protect him. That's what good coaches do, Danny. You don't just leave a guy that you think they're going to attack. You don't just leave him out there. You find ways to protect them. So I'm watching Eno Eto here, and I'm like, get off the ball. Let's rush. Can we win with that next year? Can we beat Oklahoma over there? So this is an underthrown ball. It is what it is.
Or do you think I was going to ask, that was Quentin Johnson there. Should he have come over and rang that guy up, sliding down there, or do they coach him not because they're sliding down, not to get the
probably they don't want to get the late hit now. It's different.
Right.
Good protection here, 1st and 10. Easy dump passes. Let's
Yeah, it's a 2-minute offense here. Maybe they sprinkle this in right off the bat against OSU.
Yeah, well, they're playing different on defense. They're not going to give you all that stuff. Here's 2nd and 2. Quarterback stepping up, athletic, good, smart decisions.
I like
That's
the way
we got to have, man.
I like the way
spread the targets. We're throwing the ball to a lot of different people, man. Here's O'Leary catching a football. He's not going to make a bunch of guys miss, but he's got to be in there. He got to be a better blocker than the Ohio State guys. He's got to catch everything. And here's Loveland. This is why I think he's a little banged up, because I've seen him block better. But I would have had 17 in the game. Anyway, I think he's playing hurt, man. A lot of guys are playing hurt, banged up. But everybody's banged up. It's just a matter of how much are you banged up.
Money catch for me there.
Plays, Denny. For us to win, for Michigan to win, plays. Here's Davis Warren. Make a play. Get outside the defense. Throw the ball away from the defense. What a perfect throw. Throws it away from the defense. This is just really, really nice. Make plays. The receiver made a play. Quarterback made a play. That's how we beat these guys. Good protection here. And a little release to our tight end. Good play calling, release, the tight end release, tight end delay. 2nd and 10, tight end delay. They're in zone coverage. Good play by the quarterback. And this is a great drive, man. This is a great drive. And
Northwestern defense here?
Northwestern screwed up on defense.
Yeah.
I mean, they're two guys are covering one guy. This is coaching, man. You just can't always just say they're dumb. Well, a lot of it maybe the great Kirk Campbell put them in a position of conflict, put them in a position of confusion. You want to rip on the guy. Well, they're confused because he's wide open. Why are they confused? They got dumb coaches, dumb players, or maybe we got a smart coach. I saw a lot less 2 and 3 tight end formation, Denny, in this football game. I talked about it. A lot of 1 tight end stuff. And this is Northwestern not executing. They got a stunt on. We run this same stunt, only this kid doesn't time it up good. This kid down here, he times it up poorly. he should have been going a little sooner and then come tighter to here. And Mullings makes him pay. He doesn't get there in time. This kid takes a bad angle. This kid should have come tighter to the line of scrimmage, right up in here. Anyway, that's poor coaching on them, poor execution by their player, and Mullings makes him pay.
Good job just hitting it and ripping it in there.
Yeah, I mean, it's poor on their part. Denny, I was wrong about this defense. I thought this defense was going to be tough for us to run the football on. Now, is it a combination of our coaches really had our offense dialed in, had a great game plan, had a great bye week? Is it that? Could be that too, that maybe they are a good run defense and we just had a better plan. So, we're coming off the ball and moving because everybody didn't move this Northwestern defense like this. I mean, they had some people score on them, but that's a good job by Hinton here. I thought Hinton, he's cutting this guy off right here. This is a good job. Double team and getting off, cutting him off so he can't get there. And Denny, this guy's been another guy. I mean, everybody plays hurt this time of year, but I think he's now fine. I think he's healthy. I think Big Derek Moore he had a better game. I see the difference in his punch, his movement. He had something that was bugging him, but I see this is how he was early in the year. And him and Josiah get there. This is good pressure. 4 guys rushing, just killing it. So I hope he comes back, man. Big number 8.
8 ball.
Just bull rushing. Both these guys are bull rushing. That's a great job. And here's the RPO, Denny. Sometimes they read the linebacker. I'm not sure how they coach it exactly. Run pass option. And he's seeing this guy coming. Did they tell him to feel both of these guys? Puts the ball in the gut. Okay, but he's reading. Are they feeling this? He sees this guy coming. That tells him to sit down right here and throw that football right there because he felt that's the RPO, run pass option. Who are you reading in the RPO?
He handled that nicely.
Yeah, it's a good read by our quarterback, and he throws it accurately. And good job by the receiver. He knows where to position himself. Here's some tight ends, Denny. 3rd and 3. This is the stuff. We're going to find out. I mean, the Buckeyes this is what we've been able to do against the Buckeyes the last 3 years. We get in this formation. We've been ripping them, man. I mean, they're running more of this stuff in their offense, but can we do that against these guys? I think we can. 17 and 78. Nice block here. Nice job. Nice kick out by 17. See, this is again. They had Loveland doing this earlier, and the kid's hurt. Put 17 in there. We get a good job by Big Hinton here, blocking down, kick out. I mean, that's ripping them. First down. This 80 is a pretty good. He's good, man. This 80 is a good freshman. And here's jet sweep. We block it right. We execute it. This is blocked perfectly. The hell's 80's name, Denny?
Hanson. Hogan.
Yeah, he's a 4-star kid. He's good.
Yeah, they like him.
Yeah, he can block. He's athletic. I like our tight end room, man. I think we've recruited good. We don't need to go get no tight ends. That's my opinion. I think our tight ends are good. And we rip them with this Michigan football, man. Block down, kick out. That's great stuff. I mean, that's the first play they put in at Michigan. Now here's another guy. Is this guy coming back? 92. Ike is. This is his last year, though, right?
No, he's got another year if they want. He can come back.
Well, this is what I mean. Look at this. This is what they're looking at. He didn't get a lot of reps, but watch. Is he coming back? Look at this. You see where he is?
Yeah, in the back.
That's not where you want to be, man.
Even if you're double teamed.
No, I mean, you got to play at the line of scrimmage, man. You got to play football here. I don't care if you're double team. Mason Graham, these guys are playing right here. You can't get knocked out of there like that. So that's what I'm asking. Can we beat Oklahoma with with these guys. I saw Oklahoma the other night, man. They're going to have their quarterback back, a highly recruited kid.
They got a good defense. Yeah.
Yeah. We got to go there, man. Can we beat them with that's the thing I would be thinking about if I'm coaching, with my young guys. Anyway, that's good pressure. Hey, this quarterback here, man, you got to remember he threw the ball all over Maryland's defense and some of these other people. He's not a terrible player, man. So, we made him look. You say, well, he had a bad game. Well, maybe we made him look bad,
Yeah.
Here's some passes he's throwing in there. But like I said, okay, here he is. There's Wink. This kid looked great versus everybody else. And I'm going to give credit to Wink, man. Great game plan. It's easy, Denny. It's easy to play defense when your offense controls the football, drives, secures the football. But Wink had a great plan, and this kid made a lot of people look bad, but not against us. Our players were dialed in. He had a good scheme. And this kid looks like a safety that for the future.
Yeah, I like him. Mason Curtis.
Yeah. It's hard to teach a guy, to remember that it's fourth down and just drop the damn ball. But anyway, here's 17. I like when we throw the ball to 17. Look at our quarterback stepping up, man. This is what we got to have. Step up, 17. Get him in the pass game. Quarterback making plays. Here's 17 again. We're blocking. We're running this play. Nice. This is pulling the backside tight end. Denny, this is, I ran high school coaches know this. Jerry and I both ran a play where we pulled our backside tight end. You don't see much of it in college, but you're seeing it now. You're seeing backside tight end pull and lead through that. That's new stuff. It makes it difficult for the linebackers because they're normally reading guards, and there's no guard pulling. Or there's one guard pulling. No, there's no guard pulling. Nobody pulls but the backside tight end. That's why this can create some confusion. That's new stuff, man. So they put it in, or they've been working on it. Denny, this is guard trap, man. We're trapping a 3 technique. Okay, the problem with playing with your running back in the backfield is you don't have the quick hitting trap, opposed to when the quarterback's under center and the fullback's right behind the quarterback. You follow me?
Yeah.
So these 3 techniques are off the hook in terms of having to play trap. They don't have to play it because teams don't run it when a back is in the backfield, because he's so deep you can't execute the play properly. But when I saw this play, I was thinking of the great guards at Michigan, Jerry DiOrio, John Arbesnik, because this is a play we ran. Stephon Humphreys, John Vitale. You got to run guard trap, and we rip it in there. We're trapping a 3 technique. You know how many teams in the country run guard trap on a 3 technique? Very few. Army, Navy, Air Force, those guys. Michigan. So I was happy to see this because we just rip them in there. We execute it. That's scheme. That's coaching, man. Let me tell you right now, if I'm Ohio State, I don't want to see this play. I don't want to see it because it's this kid right here. It changes a whole lot of how he's playing football if this play is in the arsenal. It's like that pitcher that only has one pitch, Denny, and now he's got a curveball that he throws every now and then. Well executed, ripped him for a touchdown. That's scheme. That's coaching. I like it. Make them defend guard trap. Pull trap in a 3 technique. Look at this movement. This ain't no lamb chop defense. These guys are well coached. Watch us move these dudes. So when these guys are seeing this film, they're fired up.
Yeah, driving them down the field. That's nice. They're gonna need that. There's Morris again, showing up on film.
Yep.
There he is again.
Yeah, we're just ripping him in here. Anyway, this linebacker, I got to point out a guy that does a great play for the other team, does a great job for the other team. He just comes and just crushes Bredesen here. So that's, I got no problem pointing out a good play from an opponent. This is a great, we try to block it, but that kid's just, he's good. Denny, I'll be back in 30 seconds. Let it run.
30 seconds. Well, I'll run what we got here. Here's Warren, incomplete, and here's Mr. Automatic, Zavada. 256 yarders. Only ones that he's missed are the ones that he's had bad snaps. Pretty awesome. Hey, Denny, I got to point out the Wink's defense here. He's pouring it in on him. This guy's complaining. He's down there.
There he is, right there, Denny. That's my man. I'm still believing in Wink. I know people are lost faith, but the last 2 outings have been pretty damn good. I'm still believing in the OG, man.
Well, he had his best game. It's nice.
Well, he was pretty good against Indiana too. You know, we gave them their least amount of points they had. And look at this guy here. I don't know why we ain't seen him all year, but 23 looks like he's an athlete. I saw this kid play in high school up here against Dante Moore a couple years ago. This kid's a player, man.
Yeah, he got a little hurt.
Oh, he got banged up?
Yeah, he was banged up in there for a little while.
Anyway, this was a nice run, man. And then you got Jaden Davis in here. You know, what's he going to do? You think he's sticking around, Denny?
I would guess no.
Yeah, that's I look at this move. I'm like, man, why haven't we seen this kid play more? Great for a senior in his last home game to get that touchdown. So that's all I got, Denny. We're a fired up team. We're a confident team. And if I'm where we've been mentally as a team, like I said, you couldn't ask for a better situation to pull the upset. You couldn't ask for a better situation. Guys are healthy. Guys are confident. Quarterback is now, he's played on the road at Indiana, so he's not going to, he knows what it is to play on the road, you know. So, it's possible, Danny. It's possible, man.
It's possible. There you go. All right. Anything's possible, Scar's saying. I like it. You're ready to go play. Scar, great job. Look forward to talking with you next week.
All right, Danny. Go blue.
There he is, Jim Scarcelli saying,